everyone. Welcome back for part 2. Give you guys, I'm just getting set up. I'm going to give you guys a few minutes to hop on. Let me know if you guys can hear me. The live looks different on my end. Hello, Amy. Hello, everyone. Who is ready? Did you guys touch your skins before they were dry? Hello, Lori. Hello, Brittany, Jamie, Nancy. Hey. Somebody had made a comment that they lost. You touched it. Somebody had made a comment that they lost their decal. So depending on how smooth your cup is, you may want to wait to add a layer of resin and then add your decal. So just kind of see how smooth your cup is. You did. Did it mess it up? Hey, Alicia. You guys, I got really dressed up tonight. I got socks and sandals on. Good thing you can't see them. It added texture. Good. Yours is going to be okay. Usually if you take and hold it up, if you take and kind of hold it up to the light, you can see if it's shiny anywhere, it's going to be wet. So that is way better option than the finger test. So this is one that I did. If y'all can see it. Turned out really pretty. I wasn't sure about this area down here, but this is actually my favorite. And then where you can see how it started to lift up on the edges, and that's perfectly fine. It does not affect it at all. You wear your jammies sometimes. So if you guys poured on your CCDIY mat, you will notice that if you just kind of fold your mat over, it starts to release. So you really don't have to do a whole lot of pulling on it. Just be careful if you get your ends a little bit thin. And you just plop it up. Okay, so the noise the other night was my best friend delivering a mum for me to apparently kill because I haven't killed enough plants yet this year. And she did notice that some of my other plants needed watering, so she just went ahead and watered everything along with the mum. So that's what the noise was. Super sweet of her, but I don't know that I need anything else to kill. Thank you. It's one of my favorites. Okay. A few people have hopped on. Some people did say they were going to have to catch the replay. So we're just going to dive right into it. You've got your mats. I just showed you real quick how to peel it off. I've already added one to my cup. And you just want to be sure that your edges are pressed down and adhered. So all I'm going to do, I'm going to tilt you guys down just a little bit. Ooh, Nancy, they might be hardy, but I've killed multiple. Every year I kill a mom. Or two. A mom to kill. I don't get along with my mom, so maybe she did drop her off. Okay, so we're gonna peel it up, and you will find these mats are freaking amazing when it comes to these. So I'm just real careful with it, peeling it up, and I just put it wherever I think I want it on the cup. This one was kind of small, but I actually think I want to use, so I'm just finding a home for it on my cup. And this is 2 pieces, so I don't know if I like them together. And we have a layer of epoxy on our cup, so you can kind of move this around. I don't think I like that. I love the colors, but I don't think I like that one on that cup. So let's try this other one here that I've got. Let's see if I like that one. Just not feeling any of them. Let's see. See, this is why I pour multiple. Because sometimes I just don't like how they look. But I think I like this one on this cup best. It just seems to flow with it better. Okay, so what we're going to do is take Quick Coat. You all should have gotten that in your box. If you have a hard edge that won't lay flat, you may need to pull that off if you can. Otherwise, you can take a little bit of water. You take just a little bit of water and get your finger wet and put it on, wet that skin down. What that'll do is that'll soften it up, and that will help it stick down. So I do that a lot on my edges here, especially if they start to lift a little bit. Adding a little bit of water to it will soften it up. Or you can just pull it off, either one. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to take my Quick Coat and I'm going to put a little bit on my fingers. And then I'm going to just rub it on. This is the back side of my skin. And I'm just going to rub it on there to make sure that I've got it all over. And then I'm also going to set this aside. And then I'm going to put just a little bit on my cup. And just cover that whole section. And then I'm going to lay that down. don't like a section, like this part right here, I really don't care for, just because it looks like it tore. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my water, I'm going to get that section wet, and I'm going to start to rub on it. And what I can do is get that to soften up, and that's going to smooth it out so it doesn't look like a straight broken or cut off piece. So it's going to give you a more blended effect. So see how that did? You had to, hold on, I missed something. I don't put anything underneath. I put just the layer of quick coat, and that's it. Nothing else. I do have a layer of epoxy on my cup, so our glitter layer is smooth, but that's it. Let me see if I missed any questions. Okay, so you can do that anywhere across your skin. If you have an area that is a little bit thick or just doesn't lay down, just get it wet and then just kind of smush it down, and it will start to pull out. It softens up, and that gives you that blended edge. You don't have to do this at all, but if you just have an area that you don't like, you can. The more water you put on it, the softer it's going to get, and the more pliable it's going to get, the more movement you're going to get. You want to be careful not to waterlog it. Because then it'll start to fall apart. So I just use a tiny, tiny amount at a time. And if you wanted, you could do this all the way around. You could just touch up a few areas. And then once you have it where you want it, then you're going to add another layer of quick coat over the top of this. And then we're going to let that completely dry. So we're going to do another layer directly on top of it, and I'm going to coat the entire cup with this. Very thin layer. I just did one strip, and that will cover my entire cup. I'm going to let that completely dry, and then I'm going to go back once that's dry, and I'm going to do one more layer. So we're going to do a total of 2 complete layers of quick coat on this cup before we epoxy it. So we're going to set that aside. And then you can add your decal once that is completely dried, or you can add a layer of resin first and then add your decal and do a final coat, whichever you prefer. On this one here, I'm going to do, let me do another layer of quick coat on this one because I think I only did one. Now, all of this extra that you have, say you poured up, and I told you, you pour up 3 or 4 at a time. And so you're going to have a few pieces, and you may have some smaller pieces. I'm actually going to show you a real fun thing to do with them, so you're not wasting anything. And this is good too if anybody has like any vendor events or something that they just need something small and quick to add to their arsenal to sell, or just something fun to make for yourself. Okay, so make sure all your edges are pressed down, nothing's sticking up, and we'll let that dry. Okay, So now what I'm going to show you, just something fun and totally off subject, but still something you can use your skins for. Foam grips. Okay, so what I did is I had a piece over here that it was okay, but it was kind of torn in a few areas, and I didn't want it to completely go to waste. So all I did was find an area that I like on here, and I put my foam grip right over top of it, and then I just took my X-Acto knife and cut around it. Well, that didn't even cut through. Look at me. I'm trying not to cut my mat and press very hard. Does anybody have any questions about the application part so far? It's super, it's actually pretty quick and fairly easy. You just want to make sure that you get good coats of quick coat over the top of your skin, just to make sure that you don't get any repelling of any kind. Okay, so now that we've got that, all we're going to do is take a tiny bit of quick coat. That was a lot of quick coat, and just spread that evenly across that. A little bit on here to adhere it, and then we're going to let that dry, and then we'll do a coat over top of it, and then we'll cover it with resin. Yep. That's it, Rebecca, you got it. Epoxy till smooth, quick coat, apply, seal it with quick coat, dry, boom, you're done. You have tons of bubbles. On your skin, you have bubbles? Because I will tell you all that once you add resin to it, some of those imperfections are not going to be noticeable. So you are going to have some texture to your skin. If you feel like you have like clumps or hard pieces, that is most likely, you could even take an X-Acto knife and poke it. You might have a little bit of mica that is not quite mixed up, and that can give you some big, like almost a pimple looking effect to your skin. So if you, I'll see if I've got some, but if you see something like that, you can even take your X-Acto knife and pop it, and that will get rid of it. Or just take your X-Acto knife and cut it off. The other thing that you can do are like little keychains. You can do the backing of that. And let's see. You would just quick coat that onto your keychain. Do I want this one or do I want this one? This one's kind of fun. Let's see. That's not going to be big enough. This one it is. So same thing, line it up. Yeah, this is a little acrylic blank. So line it up. I'm going to go ahead, because this is an odd shape, and I'm going to quick coat it first. So I am going to add just a bit of quick coat on there and let that dry, and then I'll cut around it. And then I will take and add some UV resin over the top of it. But gosh, yeah, you can do all kinds of fun things. And because this is soft, as you can see, you can kind of press it around the edge so you'll get a little cleaner cut doing it this way. And just let it completely dry. There's so many fun things that you can do with these. And then this here, I would just trim up the edges once it completely dries. Just trim that up. That way I've got a clean edge. And voila, you have an adorable little phone grip. Or two. This one gives me all the beachy vibes. So let me tilt you guys up. Do you have any questions about anything? This is going to be super cute. I really want to show you guys. This is the easy part of it. Once you get the pouring part down and figure out what ratios work best for you, the rest is a breeze. You're covered in glitter from using the quick coat. Ashley, then you did not add a layer of resin over the top. You wanted a smooth cup before you add your skin. So that's fine. You can take your glitter quick coated cup, add you a layer of resin on it, and then come back and put your skin on top of that. You want to put your skin on top of a smooth coat of resin. But I bet you look pretty because Bora Bora is like the most gorgeous white, so if you're covered in it. All right, any other questions before I hop off here? I'm not going to be able to get this done because it's taking me too long. Wait for the quick, yes, absolutely. Wait for the quick coat to dry, Ashley. Heck, that was easier than cutting it. Just kind of tears. Okay, I'm going to show you guys because I hope this looks adorable. I'm going to take this off and show you. So this is what my little keychain's going to look like. You glittered it, let it dry. Oh, okay, yeah. So Ashley, just go back, add a layer of resin, and then come back tomorrow and add your skin. Or if you are a fast set user, come back later tonight. Oh my gosh. Oh, freaking cute. Oh my gosh. That is awesome. I'm so excited about this. All right, folks, can you see mine again? Not sure. The finished one. And then I did this one. And then I did this one. This one, I definitely feel like it needs more to it, so I think I'm going to come in and add some leopard up through here. Like using them on acrylic blanks. Yes. Use these bad boys. Use it on everything. this, and then I'm going to come in with white lettering. Oh, that's going to pop. I'm going to love it and use it forever. Or your pop sockets. Lots of fun things. All right, ladies. Have a good evening. Thanks for having me, Alicia, Rebecca. Let me know if you guys have any questions, comments. Tag me in the post because sometimes I miss things. But I will see you all later. Thank you.